Hi, so today I want to present you the brand of mobile phone used by UPSI students. Nowadays, there are so many type of brand of smartphone. So let's see what are the most popular or the most of the brand used by UPSI student. The frequency of the brand of the mobile phone used by UPSI students is a quantitative variables. From the data, we can know that the most popular brand of mobile phone used by UPSI students is Samsung. From the data, we can notice that the Samsung mobile phone have already occupied 10 out of 14 students. The list of the brand of phone from our survey, which is Xiaomi and Asus, because both of them have hold 1 out of 14 students. On the tabulation, we can see all the relative frequency of all the brand of mobile phone. Other than that, we can also use the frequency to calculate the probability of 14 students use the brand of mobile phone. Okay, so the probability of iPhone is 0.225. The probability of Huawei is 0.15 and Samsung is 0.25, while Vivo is 0.05, same with Realme, and the Oppo is 0.2, and the last is the probability of Xiaomi and Asus, which is 0.025.
Okay, now we go to the phone's price among UPSI students. First of all, we have to understand the description of data. First, the data is sample survey. It's mean that we just touch a few group of students out of UPSI students population. 2. The data is a quantitative variables. Phone's price is numerical values. 3. The data is continuous variables. The phone's price is a real number. Last, interval scale. It's mean that the phone's price can be arranged in interval scale. We go to organizing and graphing data. So, the size of the sample is 40 students. Table 1.0 shows the relative frequency and percentage distribution of the phone's price of 40 students. From this table, we can see that the highest frequency is 31 students, which belongs to the interval of 4 to 30. Next, the tables 2.0 shows the interval of phone's price, frequency and cumulative frequency. The value of frequency is used to make histogram, while the value of cumulative frequency is used to make ogive. Based on the table 2.0, so the histogram is like what you can see there. Last but not least, we go to the measurement of central tendency. 1. We go to mood. From the calculation that you can see, the mood that we got is 850 ringgit. 2. Means. The mean is 1511 ringgit. This mean of 1511 ringgit is the middle point of the dispersion of data. 3. Median. The median is 980 ringgit. So that's all for the phone price among student UPSI. Let's go to the next chapter. Read-only memory ROM of mobile phone used by 40 students of UPSI. Read-only memory ROM is one of the most asked questions of specification of phone when we want to buy a phone. Without any elonging, I will elaborate the analysis of this point. For the first table, We can conclude that the students using 64 GB ROM has the highest frequency, that are 12 students, followed by 32 GB that are 9 students, 16 GB and 128 GB that are 8 students, and the lowest 256 GB that are 3 students. For the right of the table, we can see a histogram. From this histogram, we can imagine with a plotting line of each top of frequency bar, we will get a skewed to the right shape of histogram. Next, we proceed to a table of relative frequency and percentage. From this table, we are able to present out the analysis using percentage and probability. The probability is shown in second column. The percentage is shown in third column. The total probability is 1, while percentage is 100%. From this analysis, we can conclude that among OPSI students, they are prefer to use a normal size of ROM that is 64 GB rather than others.
Satisfaction of using the phone. This question belongs to the qualitative distribution. From this graph, we can see that 46.2% of UPSI students have rated their mobile phone as 4, which is good. Next, 30.8% of UPSI students have rated 3 for their satisfactory of their mobile phone, which is very good. Finally, 23.1% of UPSI students have rated normal for their satisfactory of their mobile phone, which is normal.
The next question is, what do you use your mobile phone for? This question is belong to qualitative variables. From the pie chart above, we can notice that 92.3% of 40 UPSI students use their mobile phones for entertainment, take photo, testing, and e-book. Meanwhile, we also notice that 5% of 40 UPSI students use their mobile phones only for taking photos, whereas 2.7% of 40 UPSI students use their mobile phones only for entertainment. At the same time, we also can know that there's no one use their mobile phones only for testing or e-book.
Finally, we reach the conclusion. First, let me say about the way we collect the data. Nowadays, we can do the survey or the data collection by using internet. So, we have choose Google Form to collect our data. So, this is an example of the question we use in Google Form. I want to conclude all the questions we collect by Google Form. So, the first is the range of mobile phone used by UPSI student. The most occupying the frequency is Samsung. So, the most number of phone brand is Samsung, while Xiaomi and Asus is the least occupying of the brand of mobile phone. Second question is the phone's price amongst UPSI students. So, it's a quantitative variables. It can find all the mode, mean, and median, and we get a algebraic graph which is squeezed to the right. The third question is read-only memory, which is room of the mobile phone used by 40 UPSI students. Okay, the most frequently occupied is 64 GB room of mobile phone, which is 12 out of 40. Next question is satisfaction of using their phone. 46.2% of 40 UPSI students have rated their phone as good out of 5. The last question we choose is what do you use your mobile phone for? From the pie chart above, we can notice that 92.3% of 40 UPSI students use their mobile phone for entertainment, take photo, texting, and ebook. Meanwhile, there are only 2.7% of 40 UPSI students use their mobile phone for only entertainment. That's all from our group. Thanks for watching.